Juliana v. United States is a groundbreaking environmental lawsuit that was filed in 2015. It has become one of the most notable lawsuits in history due to its unique subject matter and the impact it could have on future generations. The case was brought by a group of young people known as the Juliana plaintiffs, who sought to hold the United States government accountable for its contribution to climate change and the resulting harm to their generation and future generations. The lawsuit argued that the government's actions, or rather inactions, in addressing climate change violated the plaintiffs' constitutional rights to life, liberty, and property. The case was named after its lead plaintiff, Kelsey Juliana, who was just 19 years old at the time of the lawsuit's filing. Juliana, along with 21 other young individuals, joined forces to take on the United States government and demand action on climate change. Their determination and courage inspired many across the nation and around the world. The lawsuit sought a court order requiring the government to develop and implement a comprehensive plan to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and stabilize the climate system. The plaintiffs argued that the government's actions, such as promoting the use of fossil fuels and failing to regulate greenhouse gas emissions adequately, have contributed to the unprecedented environmental crisis we face today. The Juliana plaintiffs believed that the government's failure to address climate change threatened their fundamental rights and infringed upon their future prospects. They argued that the government had knowingly contributed to climate change despite being fully aware of its catastrophic consequences. By taking legal action, the plaintiffs aimed to hold their own government accountable and ensure a sustainable future for themselves and future generations. The case faced numerous challenges and hurdles throughout its journey through the legal system. The government, represented by the Obama administration initially, argued that the lawsuit should be dismissed, maintaining that the issues raised by the plaintiffs were political questions that should be addressed by the executive and legislative branches rather than the judiciary. However, in November 2016, just days after the presidential election, U.S. District Court Judge Ann Aiken denied the government's motion to dismiss, allowing the case to proceed to trial. The trial was initially set to take place in February 2018, but the government repeatedly sought interlocutory appeals to delay the proceedings. Finally, after several delays, a trial date was set for October 29, 2018. However, the Supreme Court granted the government's request for a stay just weeks before the trial was scheduled to begin, effectively putting the trial on hold. This decision was met with disappointment and frustration by the Juliana plaintiffs and their supporters. Despite the setbacks, the Juliana plaintiffs continued their fight for climate justice. They demonstrated resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Throughout the legal battle, the young plaintiffs have become influential voices for climate action, inspiring people of all generations to take a stand and demand accountability from their governments. The Juliana v. United States case has not yet reached a final resolution. However, its impact has already been significant. The lawsuit has raised awareness about the urgent need to address climate change and has brought the issue to the forefront of public discourse. It has also demonstrated the power of young voices and their ability to hold even the most powerful institutions accountable for their actions. The Juliana plaintiffs and their legal team continue to fight for their rights and the rights of future generations. The outcome of the case remains uncertain, but their determination and resilience serve as an inspiration to many. Their pursuit of justice in the face of adversity is a testament to the power of the individual and the potential for positive change.